Hi everyone, Ken Landry from Four Seasons Antiques and Collectibles. This is my first video where you get to see me and I talk live. It's funny because Glendon was talking about poor quality equipment and ratty curtains behind you. And I kind of seem to fit that category. That's just because the house is under renovations and I haven't upgraded my computer in about 10 years, so I'm just using the basic webcam off it to do my video. Again, I'm just learning because I'm new to the whole YouTube thing and that's not my style. I thought I'd touch a little bit today on what's going on and what I'm up to. You've seen some of my pics recently, and I've talked a little bit about my auction coming up. So really the last couple of weeks I've been fairly busy. I've been working on a pic in my area. Been doing the same household. I've probably been there now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I've spent in total about $400 there. To date I've already made back about $350 of the 400. With the last 2 picks I haven't even brought anything to. So I'm not doing too bad on this deal. I suspect to come out to about double or triple my money, but it's a little slower than I anticipated. And I think the main reason for that is I've been working hard on my auction, which is coming up Sunday, which is a pretty big deal. It's all hands on board, and we'll be setting up Saturday night, having the auction on Sunday, and then cleaning up Sunday night. So it's a lot to get together and get organized for a one-day event, but at the same time I'll be able to clear out a lot of my big stuff and make room for more picking. So what's been happening is I've been storing my fresh picks at my store. I went through the second one and sorted through it. I've just now started going through the third installment today, pricing stuff, sorting it, washing it, and then I got the fourth one sitting in my garage at home. So I brought the leftovers from the second one to my garage today also. So the pick's been consuming a lot of time. I still have to go out probably Monday, Tuesday to get the rest of it, because there's still another building to go through. So we've been working pretty hard on that project. Like I said, the auction is also very big for us. So the two things, like I said, we had to pick. We have the auction coming up. What I was doing before that was I got back on eBay after being off since 2005, and the reason I got off is the fees, and I was moving, and I had started back in, oh my, when did I start? 1999 is when I started on eBay, when you could sell anything. I used to live in southern Ontario. I used to go to auctions on the weekend, come back with stuff from auctions, and no matter what I came back with, I'd throw it on eBay, and basically I was making money hand over fist. I think in 2-3 months I easily cleared $4,000 doing it part-time while having a 60-hour-a-week job. So my status is a little different now. I own 2 convenience stores. I work at least 40 hours plus at those businesses, and then the second-hand business is on top of that. But the nice thing is, like for example, today it was slow at work, so we were able to sort of pick, and I have a co-op student and he helped and he washed stuff. So we've really grown. Probably the second-hand business I've grown in the last, guessing 2-3 years maybe. Can't remember exactly when I started really putting a push on. Like I said, I've been a collector for 20 years. But my wife had gotten sick, and we needed extra money, and I had been collecting, like I said, for 20 years. So and we finally decided to sell a house that we had just renovated for 7 years, to help us A, financially, and B, health-wise, because it was just too much for us to look after. So that's when I first started selling my stuff on Kijiji, and having garage sales of all my collectibles. I had sold somewhere in the neighborhood, between 2 garage sales, roughly $3,000 in 2 weeks, and then the Kijiji brought in another $2,000 in 2 months. So that was $5,000 I made in shy of 3 months. So at that point, I was also watching Glendon Cameron's videos, and was pretty surprised at what was out there with storage lockers and other pickers, and how big of an industry it really was. So that really got me moving forward. At that time I only had one convenience store, and I thought, oh great, I'm going to get in the second-hand business. So I acquired a estate. I cleaned it out, filled up my garage, which was 15 by 45, with the plan to open a second-hand store. And then all of a sudden the second convenience store fell in my lap, so we didn't do that. So it's taken me about 2 years to clean out my garage now. It's still not clean. Hopefully by the end of this summer we'll have it all cleaned out of the stuff from that estate and what I've picked since then, and we'll be able to move our second-hand business forward. So again, this video, I guess, just a lot of background about who I am and what I'm doing, and what projects we have coming up in the new year. We're renovating both the stores with an attempt to increase the area, or better situate the area for the antiques at my one convenience store. And at the second point is to be able to free up some of my time, so all I can do is secondhand stuff, because that's what I love to do. You know, that 2 hours of garage sailing on Saturday morning is my quiet time, and everyone in town knows me for being out garage sailing Saturday mornings, and the race is always on to beat me. So I love it. I love the challenge, and I love being out there, and I love to see what I can find. So the next video we're going to do is, geez, I have so many to do. I have to do one basically on the last 2 picks I did, one showing individually what I got from the one, and then just a bulk shot of the other. So we'll talk about that stuff. And then I have a video I should be doing about the auction, going over results, and hopefully I'll have some pictures of the layout and tell you how we did on that. And then from there we should be pretty much caught up. Oh, plus we'll have to do one on the last pick out at the house next week. I think we'll probably go Monday or Tuesday night, and then we'll be looking for new, well, not necessarily looking for new stuff, but we'll be following some of our existing leads. So again, sorry if my eyes are all over the place, still not 100% sure where to look on these things, but again, hope you enjoy the video. Please comment below, let me know what you want me to talk about, if you want me to answer any questions. I have been picking for over 30 years, well, we'll say 20 to be on the safe side, but it's closer to 30. And I've owned my own business. Well, the convenience stores, I owned one for going on 6 years this year, the other one going on its 2nd year. I've owned 2 or 3 other businesses prior to that. One was selling advertising. I used to have a hockey card shop, and then I had a hockey card, comic, and used book shop at one time. So, but those were small ventures that didn't last long, and basically while I was in university doing those. So you've got my background, you know what I've been doing recently, so stay tuned, because we're always on the go, always doing different stuff, and as we get along, maybe we'll get some of the family members on here with me, and we'll get their 2 cents worth. Thanks for your time, and again, it's Ken Landry from Four Seasons Antiques and Collectibles in Sturgeon Falls, Ontario.